So starting out with our warm-up today. Alright, we're going to start out stretching out all those muscles, getting ourselves warmed up. We're going to get those hands up nice and high, stretching out that body. Reach all the way up. And then we're going to come on down, bending down, and touching our toes. Bending on down, touching those toes, stretching out those hamstrings, bending down at the waist, alternating right side and left side. Alright, and we'll go one more on each side here, coming down to the left. And then one more coming down to the right. Good. All right. And then let's get a nice wide stance here. Just going to shift that weight back and forth from the right to the left, having one leg straight, one leg bent, stretching out that groin, stretching out those hips, going back and forth. Good. All right. Going side to side, right to left. And we'll go one more on each side here, one more to the left. And then one more to the right. Good. All right. And bringing those fingertips down to the ground. We're going to bend all the way down. And then just rotating our torso, reaching our hand all the way up into the air, rotating from side to side, opening up that chest, opening up those hips, alternating back and forth. And we'll go one more on each side here. One more coming up on my right. And one more coming up on the left. Good. All right. And coming on back up. We're going to bring those feet back together, and we're going to just bring those heels up to the butt, stretching out those quads, stretching out those thighs, pulling that heel up, alternating back and forth. Just a nice little quick pull there, just getting that muscle pulled out, warmed up. Good. All right, we'll go one more on each side here, one more on the left, and one more on the right. Good. All right. And now we're just going to pull those knees up to the chest, stretching out those glutes, stretching out those hips a little bit more, hugging that knee up all the way up to that chest. Get a nice good stretch there. All right. Pulling that nice and close. Hug it like you miss it. All right. And we'll go one more on each side, one more on the left, and one more on the right. Good. All right. And coming up into our hurdles, going to drive that knee up and then rotate out to the side. Drive it up and rotate out to the side, activating those muscles on the outsides of the hips, those external rotators, up and over. Good. All right, and then we're going to go one more on each here, one more on the left, and one more on the right. Good. All right, and we're going to kick those legs up, stretching out those hamstrings, trying to touch those toes out in front of that body, just kicking it on up, trying to touch that toe, alternating legs, one leg at a time. If you go both legs at a time, I will be sincerely impressed. All right, and we'll go one more on each side here, one more on the left, and one more on the right. Good. All right, shake those legs out, and we're bringing our arms up to our sides, starting out with our arm circles, starting out with small arm circles, coming around, keep those shoulder blades pulled back, and then getting a little bit bigger with those small circles, a little bit bigger with those small circles, and then we're going to go medium size, coming around, not too big, not too small. And then nice and big all the way. Nice and big all the way around. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. And now we're going to go opposite direction. Reverse direction on those circles. Reverse direction on those circles. Good. And getting a little bit bigger with those small circles. A little bit bigger there. Good. Coming around and around we go. Nice medium size now. Not too big, not too small. Bringing those arms around. Keeping those shoulders pulled back. And then nice and big all the way. Nice and big all the way. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Shake those arms out. And coming into our shoulder shrugs, we're going to bring those shoulders up. And nice big circle coming back. Nice big shoulder shrug up. And then all the way back. All right. Nice big circles here all the way around. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. And then opposite direction. Pull those shoulders back first. And then shrug them forward. Pull those shoulders back first. And then shrug them on forward. Good. Nice big circles with those shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. And bring that arm across that body, stretching out that shoulder. Bring that arm across that chest, hugging it nice and close. And then switching over to the other side. Switching over to the other side. Nice quick stretch here in that shoulder. Good. And back to that first side. Back to that first arm, reaching across that body. Good, good, good. And then one more. Bring that second arm all the way across. Bring that second arm all the way across. Good. All right. And then we're going to come up overhead, pulling down on that elbow, stretching out that tricep. All right, pulling down on that arm, and then switching over to our other side. Switching over to our other side, pulling that elbow down, getting that nice full stretch in that tricep and that shoulder, and then going back to our first side. Going back to our first side, pulling all the way down, stretching out that arm, stretching out that shoulder. Good. All right, and one more onto the other side. One more onto the other side, pulling that elbow down and stretching that arm out. Good. All right, and then let those arms come down. And we're going to bring our arm up over our body, get our side bend, reaching on over, reach that arm nice and long, extend that body, extend that torso, reach, 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 reach. Good, and then we're going to come up over onto the other side. Coming up over onto the other side, reaching that arm all the way over to that side. Reach, reach, reach as far as you can. Good, and then coming back up and over to our first side. Coming over, back over to that first side, reaching on over, extending that torso, extending that rib cage. And then back up one more time onto our other side. One more time onto that second side, reaching all the way. Good, all right, and then coming back up to the top. Good, all right, shaking on out, all warmed up today. Got a nice, fun Friday lineup, doing a little total body workout today. We're going to be doing a little mix-up. It's going to be 5 sets that we're going to do up top on the floor, working out our lower body. We're going to be doing a 60-second on, 30-second off today. Our 30 seconds off during that rest, we're going to do an active break. So you can choose to do the active break with me. You can make an easier modification to it, or you can take that full break if you need it for that 30 seconds. All right, so before I show you those exercises, got our nice little workout name of the day today. Day 94, the humans still don't know that I'm a robot. All right, because I just got all that energy every day. All right, so we're going to start out, like I said, with that lower body, and then we're going to work our way down onto the mat. So we're going to do 5 rounds on the lower body up top, then we're going to go 5 rounds on the mat, and then we're going to stay on the mat for another 5 rounds, doing a repeat of that, and then come back up to finish our workout back where we started on the 5 sets on our lower body. So our lower body, I'll show you those first, and then later I'll show you what we're doing on the mat. We're going to start out with just a standard squat. So we're just coming down, sitting back on those heels, coming down into a squat. All right, our rest period after that is going to be a little butt kick. You can do it nice and easy, coming back and forth, using those hamstrings to pull those heels up. Or you can get a little extra tempo into it, and then just drive those legs up. So you're just trying to pull those heels up to the butt. All right, then we're going to do a windmill. We're going hands up in the air, coming down, touching the ground with the hand up, and then alternating sides. You want to use those abs to pull yourself back up to that top, just coming down, tapping that ground, and then back up to the top there. All right, then we're going to go into jumping jacks, coming up and down. You can do a regular jumping jack, you can do a modified jumping jack, just going side to side, or again, you can take that full break. All right, next up we're going to do is a plie squat. So we're going to get a nice wide stance with our squat, and we're going to come down with that wide stance, and then come up onto our toes. So we're coming down into that squat nice and wide, and then we're coming up onto those toes as we come up to the top of that motion. All right, then we're going to go into a little side shuffle, going side to side. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to for the side shuffle back and forth. All right, then we're going to do a little squat 180. So you can do a squat here and get a hop going back and forth. All right, if you don't want to do the hop, then just give me a pivot. So you're just going to squat and then pivot to one side, pivot back to the middle, and then pivot back to the other side. All right, then our cardio after that one is going to be an upright mountain climber coming up and down. Again, you can go as fast or as slow as you want to for that one. You can just march it up and down here, or you can get a little extra tempo into it, getting a little bit faster there. The faster you go, the harder that's going to be, the more that heart's going to be working. All right, and then our last one on that lower body is going to be a squat and skip. So coming down, and then we're going to skip one leg, alternating back and forth. If you don't want to do the skip and getting airborne, then you can just do the squat and then drive that knee back and forth. All right, so squat with the skip or squat with the knee. And then our last cardio is going to be a little foot fire, just keeping those quick feet. All right, so we're going to start out with those 5, and then I'll show you what we're doing on the mat after we're done with that round. All right, so we're going to get it started in 10 seconds. Starting in 10 seconds, grab some water, and we're starting out with those squats. Starting out with those squats in 3, 2, and 1. Just give me that regular old squat. Good old-fashioned squat coming down and up, sitting back on those heels, coming down and up. Good. All right. Inhale as we go down and exhale as we go up. Inhale as we go down and exhale as we come up. All right, control it for yourself. Sitting back onto those heels. All right, going as fast or as slow as you want to. Going at your own speed. Go as fast or as slow as you want to during this movement. Good. Down and back up. Good. All right, sitting back on those heels, pushing that butt back as you come down, and then just driving through those legs, working those quads, working those glutes. Good. Down and back up. Good. All right, keeping those shoulders back, not hunching over, dropping that butt down, popping back up, and then we're going to go into those butt kicks in 3, 2, and 1. All right, kicking some butt here, kicking some butt, driving those heels up back behind you, going at your own speed. You can do that march back and forth, just kicking those feet back behind you, or you can get that extra tempo, moving those legs, or you can take that full break if you need it. All right, and next up, we're going to be doing those windmills. Next up, we're going into our windmills. All right, keep those feet moving first, and windmills coming up in 3, 2, and 1. All right, feet out, shoulder width, hands up, and we're just coming down and back up, down and back up. You're getting a little bit of a bend in those knees as you come down, and just shifting that weight a little from side to side. Keep that hand up in the air. You're just rotating that torso. Look up at that top hand as you go down. Look up at your top hand as you're going down. Activate those abs to pull yourself back up. Activate those abs to pull yourself back up throughout that motion. Control it all the way through, just bending through those hips. All right, that butt pushes back just ever so slightly as you're coming down and back up. Good. All right, up and back down. Good. All right, keep that body moving. Keep that body moving. Windmills all the way. All right, I can feel the wind from here. I can feel the wind from all over the globe today. All right, back and forth. And we're going to go into those jumping jacks in 3, 2, and 1. All right, give me those jumping jacks, regular, modified, or take the break if you need it. Regular jumping jacks, modified jumping jacks, or take that full break if you need it. Good. All right, up and down. Arms come up, legs go out, or to the side, and then back in. Good. All right, up and back down. Good. All right, next up, we got the plie squat. Next up, we got the plie squat with that wide stance in 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice wide stance here. We're coming down and then up onto the toes. Down, sitting back into those heels, and then coming up onto those toes. Good, nice wider stance here. All right, just control that motion, and then back up onto those toes as you come up at the top. All right, down and up. Good. All right, up and back down. Sitting into those heels on that way down, and then coming up onto those toes as you come up to the top. Good. All right. Nice. Inhale as we go down, and exhale as we come up. Inhale as we go down, and exhale as we come up. Good. All right. Nice. Keep that body moving. Keep that body moving. Pushing that butt back as you drop down, and then squeezing that butt and thrusting those hips forward as you come up onto those toes. Good. We're going to go into that side shuffle next in 3, 2, and 1. All right. Side shuffle. Right to left, side shuffle, right to left. Good, back and forth. Switching those feet. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to, just alternating back and forth. All right, everybody's got their own speed, their own tempo today. We all got our own abilities on our own end of our screens. Going back and forth. Good, all right, next up, we got the squat with that 180 twist. All right, we got the squat with the 180 in 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming down and then hop to the left, coming back to the middle, hop to the right. All right, back and forth. You can hop it or you can do the pivot. All right, you can hop it or you can do that pivot, going right to left, stepping back into that squat, stepping forward into that squat on the side. All right, we're just changing the scenery here. Just changing the scenery, going back and forth. Good. All right. Pivot and squat. Pivot and squat. Or we're getting that hop into that one. All right. Or we're getting the hop going from right to left. Sitting back and hop it through. Sitting back and hop it through. Good. Back and forth Nice, good. Keep going here. Keep going here. Hop it through, or pivot. Hop it through, or pivot. Good. All right. Then we're going to go to those upright mountain climbers. Next is 3, 2, and 1. All right. Upright mountain climbers. Arms and legs moving at the same time. Arms and legs moving at the same time. Going at your own speed. Going at your own speed. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to. All right. As fast or as slow as you want to throughout this motion. Good. All right. Nice. Next up, we got the squat with the skip or the knee. All right. With the skip or the knee. All right. In 3, 2, and 1. All right. Squat. And either skip with one leg or just drive the knee. All right. Skip it or just drive the knee. Back and forth. Sitting back on those heels and then drive that knee up. Sitting back on those heels and then drive that knee up. Good. Back and forth. Good. All right. There we go. There we go. Good, good, good. Woo! All right. Nice. Moving those legs. Moving that body. Getting that body worked this morning. All right. Sitting it back and skip it or drive the knee. Sit it back and skip it or drive that knee. Good. Back and forth. Good. All right. Keep going. Keep going. Inhale as we go down. Exhale as we drive up. Inhale as we go down. And exhale as we drive up. Good. All right. 10 more seconds here. 10 more seconds. And then we got the foot fire. All right. Foot fire coming up next in 3, 2, and 1. All right. Foot fire. Going as fast or as slow as you want to. Or you can take that full break if you need it. All right. Go as fast or as slow as you want. Or take that full break if you need it. The faster you go, the harder that's going to be. All right. Keep at it. Keep at it. Moving those feet. Those feet are on fire. Quick feet. Quick feet. Good, good, good. Keep at it. Keep at it. All right. Keep it moving. Almost there. Almost there. Going down to our mats in 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab some water. And now we're going on to our mats. Woo! All right. So similar setup on our mats. We're doing a working set, and then we're doing a working rest period as well. All right, so we're going to start out with what I call break dancers. We're going on our hands, and then we're just going to kick those legs out to the side, back and forth. All right, if you can't get that full kick all the way to the side, twisting that body, then just give me a little tap underneath. All right, just tapping that foot underneath that body, alternating with the right side and the left side. Then our active break is just going to be a standard plank on that one. All right, so we're just going to drop down onto the forearms, and then we're going to do a standard plank there. All right, then we're going to come down and go into a Superman, Superwoman, coming up and down in arms and legs come up off of the mat, keeping that core nice and tight and squeezing that butt to get those legs up. All right, then we're going to go up into another plank and go on hip dips from side to side. All right, we're going to go hip dips from side to side for that active break period. All right, then we're going to flip over onto our backs. We're going to do a bicycle, coming in and out, extending those legs and then pulling them back in. All right, then our active break is going to be a hip bridge, just keeping it up and pulsing that butt to keep those hips up into the air, pushing through the heels and squeezing the glutes. All right, then the next one, we're going to do a wiper. Hands out by your side, and you're just going to bring those legs over to the left, and then back up to the middle. Over to the left, and then back up to the middle. The further your legs are extended out, the harder that's going to be. All right, and then our active break, we're just going to hold it on the side. We're just going to hold it halfway down for that 30 seconds, and then we're going to repeat on the other side. All right, so that's our lineup on the floor. We're going to start out with those break dancers. We're going to start out with those break dancers, then going into that plank. All right, so on our hands, on our feet, and we're just going to twist that body side to side. All right, in 3, 2, and 1. All right, kick those legs out underneath that body, alternating right and left. All right, alternating right and left. You can either pick one hand up as you twist through, or if you feel more stable with both hands on the ground, then just go side to side, kicking those legs underneath that body, alternating right leg and left leg. If you feel more comfortable on an elevated surface, putting your hands up on a bench or a couch, then that works as well. All right, just alternating side to side, either kicking all the way through or tap that foot onto the side. All right, back and forth. Good. All right, kicking it all the way through. Kicking it all the way through, side to side. That's alternating. Right leg, left leg, right hand, left hand. All right, or you're just keeping both hands on the mat. Back and forth. We got 10 seconds here. 10 seconds, and then we're dropping down into that regular plank. In 3, 2, and 1. Onto those forearms, and give me that nice standard plank. All right, forearms, standard plank here. Keeping those abs tight, holding it for 30 seconds. Holding that for 30 seconds, and then we're going to go into those Supermans next. Superwomans, Supermans, flying out today. All right, flying all over the place. Keep those abs nice and tight. Good, all right. And then we're going to drop down onto our stomachs with those Supermans in 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down, arms and legs coming up off of the mat. Squeezing that butt, getting those legs up and back down. All right, arms and legs coming up off of the mat. Just getting those reps in. All right, squeezing that butt, that lower back, getting those limbs up off of that floor, up and back down. Good. Squeeze that butt. Get those legs up. Good. Up and back down. Nice. Keep at it here. Keep at it here. All right. Arms and legs coming up and back down. Arms and legs coming up and back down. Good. All right. Keep going here. Keep going here. Bringing those arms and legs up off of that floor. Squeezing those shoulder blades back together. All right. And then squeezing that butt and that lower back to get those legs up as well. All right. We got 10 more seconds here. 10 more seconds. Then we're going into those hip dips in our plank. All right, hip dips in the plank coming up next. In 3, 2, and 1. Back up onto those forearms. Then we're just dropping from right to left. Back on those forearms. Then we're just dropping from right to left. Good. All right, side to side, side to side. Keep those abs tight and those hips loose. Abs are tight and hips are loose, going back and forth. Good. Keep going here. Keep going here. Right to left, side to side. Good, good, good. All right. And then we're going to flip over onto our backs, doing those bicycles in 3, 2, and 1. Flipping onto our backs, and moving those legs. All right, biking out, all the way out, all the way in, all the way out, all the way in. Trying to tap that elbow to the knee. Trying to tap the elbow to the knee. Go at your own speed here. You can take breaks if and when you need them. Take the breaks if and when you need them. If you got to give that lower back or those abs a little pause, then just rest it out. All right, we're all going at our own speed, own pace. Extend those legs out and pull them back in. The lower those legs go to the ground, the harder that's going to be. The lower those legs end up near the ground, the harder that's going to be throughout. All right, good. Keep going here. Keep going here, going in and out. Biking away. Biking away. Keep those abs tight. Good, good, good. Keep at it. Keep at it. All right, 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Then we got those hip bridges. 10 seconds. Then we got that hip bridge pulsing at the top. In 3, 2, and 1. All right, pushing up through those heels. And then we're just keeping that butt up at the top. Pushing through those heels. And we're just squeezing that butt at the top. Pulsing at the peak here. All right, pushing through those heels and squeezing that butt. Pushing through those heels and squeezing that butt. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep those abs tight. And that butt squeeze. Keep those abs tight and that butt squeeze. Good. Keep at it. Keep at it. Up and back down. Good. All right. We're going to go into those wipers on the left side in 3, 2, and 1. All right. Arms out to your side. And then we're just bringing those legs to the left and then back up to the middle. Bring those legs down to the left and then back up to the middle. Good. All right. Back and forth. Good. All right. And we're just going to one side and back up to the middle. Just go to that one side and then back up to the middle. The longer your legs are here, the harder that's going to be. All right, the further those legs are extended out, the harder that's going to be, the more leverage against your body that you're pushing against. Good, keep going back and forth. Challenge yourself, going up and down. Good, tightening up those abs to pull those legs back up. Tightening up those abs from the bottom and pull those legs back up to that middle spot. Good, good, good. All right, inhale as we go down, and exhale as we do that work, coming back up to the middle. And then we're going to hold those on that left side in 2, and 1. All right, bring those legs over to that left side, halfway down, and just hold it. Halfway down, and just hold it. Keeping those arms out wide. All right, keeping those abs tight. Again, the longer those legs are, the harder that's going to be to maintain that position. The lower you are, the harder that's going to be. The lower those legs are, the harder that's going to be. Good. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And then we're going over to that right side. 10 seconds, we're going over to that right side. Good. Keep at it. 3, 2, and 1. All right, going over to the right side now. Down to the right, and then back up. All right, down to the right, and then back up to the middle. Back to that starting point. Up into that middle spot. Good. Right down and back up. Good. All right. Keeping those abs tight. Bringing those legs out to that right side and then back up to the middle. Bringing those legs out to that right side and then back up to the middle. Good. Keep at it. Keep at it. Bring those legs down. Inhale as we go down. Exhale as we bring them back up. It's all right if your breathing is opposite of mine here, as long as you are breathing and not holding your breath throughout too much of that movement. All right, just bring those legs down to that right, and then back up. All right, down to that right, and then back up. The further those legs are extended, the harder that's going to be on those abs. Trying to keep those legs together. Trying to keep those legs together. Coming up and back down. Good. All right, going at your own speed, going at your own pace, and then we're going to hold it in 3, 2, and 1. Holding out on that right side. Holding out on that right side. Keeping those legs over that right side. Keeping those abs tight. All right, good. Keep at it there. Keep at it there. The longer those legs are extended, the harder that's going to be. Keeping those abs nice and tight. Keeping those legs in that spot. All right. If you need the break, you can take it. All right. We're just holding it out here. We're just holding it out here. All right. Quick 30 seconds on this one. All right. We got less than 10 to go. Less than 10 to go. Holding it out. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Taking a break. Taking a break. All right, we got 1 minute to break, and then we're going to go through that same circuit on our mat. 1 minute for a break, and then we're going to go back into that same circuit on our mat. Starting out with those break dancers. All right, so grab some water, stretch out whatever you need to stretch out, catch your breath. All right, stretch those abs out, and we're doing it all over again. So now we're going to start out on the mat. And then we're going to finish up on the floor. All right, so we got 1 round done, and we're going to finish up as we started later on. All right? Woo! 20 seconds. 20 seconds, and then we're going to go into those break dances. Get that music playing in the head. Get that music playing in the head. Get those beats going. We're going to get it break dancing all on the floor. All right? Throw those break dancing moves all over the place. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Getting ready. Stretching it out. All right? Get your breath, get your energy. 3, 2, and 1. Onto those hands, and we're kicking those legs out to the side. On those hands, and kicking those legs out to the side, alternating back and forth. All right, good. Back and forth. Kicking those legs out to the left, and then kicking it out to the right. Alternating sides. Alternating sides. You can keep both hands on the mat the whole time if you need to. All right, or you can lift one hand up as you're kicking that leg underneath that body. Right, alternate back and forth, alternate back and forth. The more you twist that body, the harder that's going to be. The more you twist it all the way through, the harder that's going to be. The more control you need throughout that movement. Good, going side to side, kicking it out, breaking it down. All right, good, break dancing all the way through. Break dancing all the way through, kicking those legs out. Good, 10 more seconds, and then we're going into our plank. 10 seconds. Going into our plank in 3, 2, and 1. Dropping it down onto those forearms and then holding that plank. Holding that plank, keeping those abs nice and tight. Keep that butt down. All right, not too high, not too low. Keeping that core nice and strong. All right, keep those abs nice and tight. Keep those abs nice and tight all the way through. Good, good, good. All right. Then our next one, we're going into our Superman, Superwoman. All right, onto our stomachs in 3, 2, and 1. Onto those stomachs, and just reaching those arms and legs up off that mat. Arms and legs coming up off that mat, up and back down. Good, up and back down. Squeeze that butt, squeeze those abs, pull those shoulder blades back as you lift those arms up. Squeeze that butt in that lower back as you get those legs up. Again, we're just flying away. We're just flying away. All right, keep going here. Keep going here, reaching all the way out, and then lifting that body up off of that mat. Reaching all the way out, and then lifting that body up all the way off that mat. Arms and legs. Exhale as we come up. Inhale as we go down. Exhale as we come up. And inhale as we go down. Good. Back and forth. Up and down. Good. All right. 10 more seconds here. 10 more seconds. And then we're going to our hip dips. 10 seconds. Then we're going to our hip dips. All right. Alternating right and left in 3, 2, and 1. Back up onto those forearms. And then we're just dropping from right to left. Onto those forearms. And then we're just dropping from right to left, dipping all the way, back and forth, dipping all the way, back and forth, moving those hips side to side, moving those hips side to side, good, back and forth, tighten up those abs, keep that core nice and strong, and just moving those hips back and forth. All right, we're going to switch over onto our backs, doing those bicycles in 3, 2, and 1, flipping over, getting our bicycles, flipping over, getting our bicycles onto our backs. All right, and just going elbows to the knees, elbows to the knees. The lower those legs go, the harder it's going to be. The lower those legs go towards the ground, the harder that's going to be on those abs. All right, just moving it back and forth. Take breathers and breaks when and if you need them. All right, back and forth. Don't feel the need to do the whole set if your body's not going to let you. All right, don't try to compromise form if you feel that too much in that lower back. Just go a couple. We're going to take a rest if you need to. Right back and forth. Good. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Coming in and out. Tightening up those abs. Keeping those abs tight. Reaching those legs out and then pull them back in. Reaching those legs out and then pull them back in. Good. In and back out. Good. Going into those hip bridges next. In 3, 2, and 1. All right. Butt up. And we're just pulsing those glutes. We're just pulsing those glutes. All right, keeping that butt up nice and high, pushing through those heels and squeezing that butt, pushing through those heels and then squeezing that butt, keeping those hips up high into the air, all right, keeping those hips up high into the air, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the way at the top, squeeze it all the way, good, keep going here, all the way up and pulsing it out, all the way up and pulsing it out, good, keep that at hand. We're going to go into those wipers in 3, 2, and 1. All right, arms out by our side, and then we're just bringing those legs over to our left and back up to the middle. Bringing those legs over to our left and then back up to the middle. Tightening up those abs to pull those legs back up to that middle spot. Good. All right, the longer those legs are, the harder that's going to be. The longer those legs are, the harder that's going to be. All right, to get them all the way back up. Good. Keep going back and forth from that side. Back up to the middle. Control it all the way through. You don't have to go a mile a minute on this one. I want you to maintain control, keeping those abs tight and controlling that motion all the way down and all the way up so you don't use momentum to pull those legs back up. All right, keeping it slow and steady reduces the momentum that you can gain to pull those legs back up to that middle spot. And then we're going to hold it on that left side in 3, 2, and 1. All right, hold it down onto the side. Hold it down onto the side, keeping those legs up off of that mat, up off of that floor, keeping those arms nice and wide. All right, focus on your breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good, keep at it here, keep at it here. Keep those abs nice and tight. Again, the further those legs are extended, the harder that's going to be to hold that position. All right, then we're going to go on to our right side next. Going on to our other side in 3, 2, and 1. All right, bringing those legs over onto the other side. Bringing those legs over onto the other side. Reaching over to that right side. Twisting that body. And then back up to the top. All right, twisting those legs over to that right side. And then back up to the top. Back up to that starting point. Good. All right, down. And then back up. Good. Keep at it here. Keep at it here. All right, reach those legs out to that right side. And then back up to the middle. All right, inhale as we go down. And then exhale as we come up, controlling that motion, tightening up those abs to pull those legs all the way back up to that starting point. Tightening up those abs to pull those legs all the way back up to that starting point. Good. All right, keep it moving, keep it moving. The longer those legs are, the harder that's going to be. The more bend you have in those legs, all right, the easier that's going to be, the less gravitational pull is going to be on those legs and on those abs as you come over to that right side. Good, and then we're going to hold it on that right side in 3, 2, and 1. Hold it on that right side. Hold it on that right side. Halfway down, keeping those abs tight. All right, you can keep those legs bent or keep them extended. The farther those legs are extended, the harder that's going to be. All right, the more extension you have in those legs, the harder that's going to be. All right, if you want to challenge yourself, go for it. If not, just keep it right here. Good, good, good. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Then we'll get another break. All right, 10 seconds. Then we'll get another break. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take a breather. Take a breather. All right, peel yourselves off of that mat. And then we're going to come back up onto the floor. All right, grab some water. All right, getting ready. We got 60 seconds to rest it out. And then we're going to go back into that lower body circuit where we started. So we're going to start out with those squats. All right, we're doing the squats with the butt kicks, the windmill with the jumping jacks, the A squat with the side shuffle, the squat 180s with that upright mountain climber, and then we're doing the squat and skip with the foot fire. All right, so we're going through that circuit, and then we're done. All right, we're just doing that lower body circuit, and then that Friday is complete for the day. All right, we got 15 seconds. 15 seconds. Get those legs ready. Apologize to them now. Sorry about what I'm going to do to you in a couple seconds. All right, and then we're just going to sit back onto those heels and enjoy the ride with those squats. In 3, 2, and 1. Coming down and up. All right, squat it out. Inhale as we go down. Exhale as we come up. Good. All right, down and up. Just driving through, using those quads, using those glutes, pushing all the way up. As you come up to the top, feel yourself thrust those hips forward, squeezing that butt to get all the way up into that upright position, standing up nice and tall all the way at the top. Squeezing that butt at the top, thrust those hips forward, making sure that we're engaging all of those muscles, all right? Making sure that we're engaging all those muscles throughout that movement, coming down and back up, sitting back into those heels, and then popping back up. All right, onto those feet. Good. Keep going here. Keep going here. Up and back down. Inhale as we go down. Exhale as we come up. All right, going at your own speed, own pace. All right, getting whatever amount of squats you want to get in today. And we're going to go into those butt kicks in 3, 2, and 1. All right, 30 seconds on those butt kicks. You can go a quick movement like me, or you can just alternate sides, get more of a butt kick march. Just activating those hamstrings to pull those heels up into that butt. Pulling those heels up into the butt, you want to make sure that you're using those hamstrings in the back of those thighs to really pull those legs up. Activating those muscles in the back of those thighs there. Good. Up and down. Good. All right, keeping that body moving. And we're going to go to our windmills in 3, 2, and 1. All right, windmills coming up. And we're just alternating right arm to the right foot and left arm to the left foot. Remember to look up at that top hand as you're coming down. Rotating that torso to look up at that upper hand as you're coming down. And then feel yourself engage those abs. Tighten up those abs to pull yourself back up to the top. Tighten up those abs to pull yourself back up to the top. Both hands coming up together. And then all the way back down onto that other side. Good. Little tap of the fingertips. Slightly pushing that butt back as you come down into that tap, all right, and twisting that torso. Good, all right, staying soft in those knees, staying soft in those knees, up and back down, good, up and back down, nice, keep at it here, moving that body all the way through, and we're coming up into our jumping jacks next, in 3, 2, and 1, all right, jumping jacks, here we go, jumping jacks, regular, modified, or take a break if you need it. Regular jumping jacks, modified jumping jacks, or take a break if you need it. We're just trying to get that heart rate up, keeping that heart rate up for the whole workout. All right, good. Keep that in here. Keep that in here. Nice. All right, we're going to go into those plie squats next. Plie squats are coming up next. All right, in 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice wide stance here. We're coming down and then up onto those toes. Nice wide stance in that squat, and then coming up onto those toes. Lifting those heels up off of the ground as we bring that body up into our full upright position. Good, nice. Control it all the way through. Sitting back into that butt. All right, sit that butt back and sit back onto those heels, coming down and up. Good. All right, squeeze it all the way through. Up onto those toes, and then down onto those heels. Up onto those toes, and then down onto those heels. Good. All right, great job, everyone. Doing great. Keep going. All right, getting those plies going. All right, got all the dance moves today. We got plies. We got those break dancers. All right, just working our way through. All right, 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds, and then we got the side shuffles. All right, 10 seconds. Then we got side shuffles, if you so choose, in 3, 2, and 1. All right, moving it back and forth, right to left. Again, you can go as fast or as slow as you want to. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to. All right, moving that body back and forth, alternating right leg and left leg. Good. All right, keep it moving, keeping those abs tight. Shuffling from the left, shuffling to the right. All right. Good. Next up, we got the squat with the 180. Squat with the 180 coming up next in 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going squat, and you can either hop it or pivot. Hop it or pivot. Sitting back onto those heels and then driving it through. All right, sitting back onto those heels and either jump it or you can just do the pivot. Jump it or you can just do that pivot. Sitting back onto those heels. Good. All right. Back and forth, going from the front to the side, back to the front, front to side, back to the front. Good. All right, alternating back and forth. All right, or you can do that little pivot, going side to side. All right, going middle and then pivot to the left, middle and pivot to the right. All right, good. Alternating right to left, alternating right to left. All right, jump it or pivot, stepping forward. And then stepping back. Good. All right. And next up, we got those upright mountain climbers. Upright mountain climbers in 3, 2, and 1. All right. Coming up and down with those arms and legs. Arms and legs. Moving up and down. Going at your own speed. Going at your own speed. Keeping those abs tight. You can go as fast as you want to. You can really jack that heart rate up. Or you can slow it down into a little hop there, or just march it back and forth, all right? And then we're gonna get our last one here. Last one, squat with the skip or the knee in 3, 2, and 1. All right, squat and either skip it or drive the knee. Either skip it or drive the knee. All right, back and forth. Good, right and left, popping down into that squat, and then coming up either into that skip or just drive the knee, back and forth. Tightening up those abs as you bring that knee up. Tighten up those abs as you pop that knee up, coming up towards that chest, back and forth. Good. Keep at it. Keep at it halfway through. Halfway through. Keep that body going. Good. All right. Right side, left side. Good. Nice. Almost there. Almost there. Keep at it. Alternating back and forth, getting into that squat, and then up into that skip or that knee drive. Skip or the knee drive, alternating side to side. And then we're going to finish up with our foot fire. Finish up with our foot fire in 3, 2, and 1. All right, quick feet here. Quick feet here. Let's finish it out. Quick feet, finishing out. Tapping those toes. Good, good, good. Keep at it. The faster we go, the harder that's going to be. All right, keeping that heart rate up. Good, nice. Feet are on fire. Feet are on fire. All right. The ground is lava. 10 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. Quick feet there. Good. Back and forth. Nice. Almost there. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right. Fun Friday. Fun Friday. All right. Let's cool it down. We'll go onto our mat for our cool down. Onto our mat for our cool down. All right. We're going to start out today going with our hip flexors. We're going to start out stretching out those hip flexors. All right, so our right foot in front, left knee is on the ground, and we're just going to shift that body forward. We're just going to shift that body forward into that right leg, letting that hip drop down and stretch it out through that left side. All right, so we're just stretching out through that left side, that left hip flexor. All right, keeping those shoulders back so we're not leaning too far forward into that front leg. We're going to keep that body upright and just stretching out that hip flexor on that left side. Good. All right. Holding it right there. Each time you exhale, trying to sink down a little bit deeper into that stretch. Good, good, good. All right. And then we're going to bring that right arm down to that right foot. Bringing that right arm down to that right foot, stretching out those hips a little bit more. All right. It's all right if you don't get that elbow all the way down to the foot. Mine's about a couple inches off the ground. All right. You can see my left elbow, my right elbow there. All right. So it's only a couple inches off the ground. I'm not all the way down. I got the tight hip, so I can't get all the way down there, but still the action of still stretching out that groin and that inside of that thigh here. Each time you exhale, trying to sink down a little bit deeper into that stretch. Good, nice. Keep holding that, keep holding that. And then we're going to switch over in 3, 2, and 1. All right, switching over onto our left leg in front. Left leg in front, and we're going to stretch out that right hip flexor here. All right, just shifting that weight forward into that left leg and stretching out the front of that right thigh. All right, the front of that right thigh in those hips, keeping those shoulders back and keeping those abs nice and tight so we're not hunching over onto that left leg and just stretching out that right side. Just stretching out that right side, that right hip flexor, keeping that nice and stretched out there. Each time you exhale, trying to sink down a little bit deeper into that stretch, shifting that weight forward a little bit more, letting those hips drop down. Good, holding on to that there, holding on to that right there. Good, all right, and then we're going to bring that left arm down to that left foot. Bring that left arm down to that left foot, all right, stretching out the inside of that thigh, stretching out that groin, right, and holding that right there, holding that all the way down, trying to keep that left arm as low as you can, all the way on the inside of that left foot, on that left leg. Again, each time you exhale, trying to sink down a little bit more. Each time you exhale, trying to sink down a little bit deeper into that stretch. Good, nice. Hold on to that for a few more seconds here. All right, and then we'll come out of that, all right? And then we're going to stretch out that groin a little bit more. All right, so we're going to go feet in and then our thighs out wide. All right, so we're just going to let those thighs come out, those knees come out nice and wide. And then we're just going to shift that weight back into those heels. All right, so just trying to sit that butt back into those heels. Should feel this stretch out the inside of that groin, the inside of those hips. All right, and just trying to find that sweet spot. You can stay on your hands, or you can go down onto your forearms for this one. Just trying to find that sweet spot to get that nice stretch into the groin and in the inside of those hips. All right, so just letting that butt sink back onto those heels. Good, all right. It's all right if your knees aren't too wide and still getting a stretch here. All right, we all have our own flexibility, our own ability to move in different ways. And just holding on to that here. All right, I want you to play around with it too, so let's try and just shift our weight slightly over to our right side and get a little bit of a deeper stretch onto that left leg, on that left groin. So just slightly shifting that weight over to that right side and feel a little bit more pressure on that left side as you're coming over to that right and stretching it out. And then we're just going to shift that weight over to the left side and trying to stretch out that a little bit deeper into that right leg, all right? I'm just shifting that weight a little bit onto that left leg here and feeling a little bit more of a stretch on that right side. Good, and then we'll come back into that middle and just sinking down a little bit more. Each time you exhale, trying to sink down a little bit more into that stretch, getting those hips nice and opened up. And good, we'll hop out of that one, all right. Nice job, all right. Well done today, everyone. It was a nice, sweaty, fun Friday session. Getting it all done, all taken care of, getting ready for the weekend. Well, rah-rah, shish kumbah. Well done.